Hi everyone, today is a very special day. It is my 1-year birthday on YouTube. Hi everyone, my name is Kat and I'm the small business owner of Kats Korner, which is this YouTube channel, and yeah, basically my small business where I make and sell my handmade punch needle textile products, and I also help other people with punch needle and exploring their creativity. So literally today, if I post this video today, so the 27th of August, is exactly 1 year since I created this YouTube channel, which is pretty crazy to say. I'm going to go through all my analytics and my statistics, and also I'm going to tell you what I've learned from being on YouTube for a whole year. But before we get into that, today's coffee is in my Stardew mug, which I haven't actually been playing at the moment because I've been on my paleo grind quite aggressively recently, but maybe Stardew is going to come back at some point. But anyway, grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit down and listen to me talk all about my experience with being on YouTube for a whole year. First off, I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's ever subscribed, liked, commented, notification bell, shared my videos. Anyone that's engaged in my content in any way, I really appreciate it, because it's always difficult starting out on a new platform, and especially when you don't know the back end of how things run and how it's going to be perceived, and when it is a completely different form of content. So short form, we know, is king at the moment, and people love their short form content. So moving into long form content in a world that loves short form content is quite daunting, but we're here and we've been here and it's going well so far. So yeah, I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much to everyone. And yeah, when I started this channel, I didn't know where it would go, how quickly it would get there, but we're going to get into that, so stick around and find out. So a few things that I've learned on being on YouTube for a year. I like to think some form of consistency is actually key. Whilst I've been growing my YouTube channel, I've been using YouTube more as a platform as well, and what I've come to realise is I'm always waiting for the people I've subscribed to's videos to come on. I never know what day they're posting because I don't really look at the days. I just will go on YouTube and see I've got a little dot by my subscriptions and it knows I've got a video to, that means I know I've got a video to watch, and I'm always waiting for that. And I know the majority of the people I follow do a video a week, so I know at some point in the week there's a good chance I'm going to have like 6 videos to watch through. So personally, I think at least 1 video a week is probably the best. I posted my first ever video on YouTube on the 4th of September, and it was just like an introduction, and I can't remember from September to the start of December if I was doing weekly videos or what I was doing. And most of it at the start was just like tutorials on punch needle and like getting the knowledge out there. And then when December hit, I did Vlogmas, which I think, looking back, and at the time I realised it's quite a feat and quite a challenge to join a new platform and then jump straight into something like Vlogmas. And I did it daily, so I did a video a day, or at least try to do a video a day. It wasn't like 1 video a week, it was literally a video a day, which has its pros and cons. And a big pro is that you are learning the platform quickly, and you're learning to edit quickly and learning all the logistics of YouTube and making videos quickly. So it's probably quite a good thing to throw yourself straight in at the deep end and just do it, because that also means I was in front of the camera consistently as well for like a longer form rather than like the short little videos. And consistency is key with that aspect, as well, as the more you do it, the better at it you're going to get. If at the start you're completely scared about putting the videos out there, just film a little bit every day, keep it for yourself. You don't need to post it anywhere, but just get used to speaking in a room with no one at a camera, get used to editing the videos, and then eventually you might want to post that as like a how I got from here to here by filming a little bit every day. Just a little bit every day helps. It's the same concept as if you do like a 10-minute tidy of a room every day, you're gonna less likely have to do a 5-hour tidy at the end of the month because you've been keeping up consistently with it. So that sort of consistency is key, encompasses a lot of things, I think, personally. And then alongside that, done is better than perfect. Just do the thing. So if I had focused so so much on every single video being perfect, I would never have posted anything. You just need to post that first video, and it doesn't have to be anything special, and your videos don't have to be anything special as you're getting to grips with things, because you're constantly going to change, and you'll see a lot of people will post their own videos and content, and then eventually down the line they're able to hire an editor, and their complete format of their videos change because they've progressed to that step. But if they'd never posted those previous steps and learnt those previous skills, they wouldn't then be at that point. So it's very much just make those videos, put them out there. Don't worry if they're not perfect. My videos at the start, and even still sometimes now, the audio isn't the best because obviously the microphone setup and everything isn't amazing. I film on my phone, I edit on InShot, I film on this very cheap microphone. Nothing is pricey and expensive, but I'm still doing the thing and I'm still seeing results from actually just doing it. So just do it. Done is better than perfect. And then number 3, a massive thing with YouTube, and I think this is probably the biggest thing with YouTube that I've taken away from the year and taken away from not only making my videos but engaging with others, is community. Community on YouTube, it's just different. I don't know how to explain it. I know that there's a lot of people that have come from other platforms to YouTube, but I think there's also people that have found me on YouTube, and I also think there may be people that are just on YouTube, and the community on YouTube, it just feels different. It feels more connecting. I don't know what it is. I really don't know how to explain why YouTube feels more like that, but maybe it's the longer form content. People are coming onto the platform to stay for a long period of time, therefore you build your relationships with people and you get to know people better, you get to know the people you're watching better, rather than a 10-second clip on TikTok, for example, that's then gone and scrolled to the next one. You're literally sat for a good amount of time, whether it's in the background or whether your sole focus is on it. And therefore it just creates a community. And I think YouTube as a platform, as a company, does well with that community aspect as well. It makes it feel like you want to be here, and it makes it feel like it is a community. And that's something I've always gone back to, is community really is key as well, same as consistency. You have to build a community, not only to potentially get somewhere, but also just to feel good and feel like you're doing something for others, because you've got that community base built. And there are other platforms as well that are good at doing community, but I think YouTube is a really, really good one for it. And I see that, like I say, through my videos and my content and through watching and engaging with other people. So alongside obviously the things I've learned and the great things of YouTube, there are the challenges as well. And I think biggest challenges for me was getting used to filming long form content, being comfortable with doing long form content, and then editing it. My editing is pretty basic. It's not very fancy, and it changes a lot depending on how I'm feeling, depending on how much time I want to put on it. I don't say I spend days and days editing a video. If I, like this video for example, there's a high chance I will just edit it today. And I'm also trying to tone back the editing a bit, like leaving in the mistakes and not making it so clean cut, because I think YouTube is more of a raw platform in that sense. It doesn't need to be snappy and quick. Like I say, people are coming on here to stay, ideally. So it's okay. It makes it feel more human and more relatable, I think, leaving a lot of it in and not editing a lot of it out. So I'd say that editing is probably one of the biggest challenges I find with YouTube. I thought it would be growing the channel, but I've been pleasantly surprised. The only thing I can't put into, I can't quantify, is if I know my growth is good for how long I've been on here, if that makes sense. So I don't know YouTube well enough to know if X amount of subscribers in X amount of months is good, or X amount of views in X amount of months is good. According to my partner, I'm doing pretty well, and it's pretty good for a year, and I will show you my statistics very soon about where we're at with that. So apparently I'm doing well. I don't know personally, I'm going to just say that I'm doing well because I've been told I'm doing well. But yeah, I don't really know the ins and outs. Obviously I can look at the monetization side of YouTube and see what you need to get monetized. That's obviously a good indicator that you're doing well. But like something like, I think it's 1,000 subscribers. So I think 1,000 subscribers on a new platform actually is quite a big thing to get to, I would say. So we are doing well, and the challenges are always there to help us learn and grow and get better at what we are doing. So I guess then we move on to what we're going forward with the channel. I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, just random stuff. If I feel like doing a tutorial, I'll do a tutorial. If I feel like doing behind the scenes, I'll do behind the scenes. If I feel like doing something more vloggy, I'll do something more vloggy. It's always great to know what you guys like and what you guys are here for. But when I first started the YouTube channel, it was going to be like just tutorials and things like that. But as I started going, I realized that I don't always want to just show that. I see other artists on YouTube, and sometimes this is me doing my art, but then also sometimes this is me, I don't know, going for a walk, going to the charity shops, visiting a country, and I think that helps make it feel more relatable. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to go with it. I think it's going to be obviously heavily small business punch needle based or artist based with that lifestyle aspect, which I think I'm already doing anyway, and I want to continue doing because I like that. I like the freedom, and like I've always said, Kats Korner itself initially started not to be boxed in. It was never to be, this is what it's going to be from now until then. I've always seen it as more of like a loose, fluid thing that can change as I grow and as things need to change. So I think that's that. We're just going to keep going and see what happens, and hopefully people enjoy it. My followers are always growing, so I'm assuming, or subscribers, sorry, are always growing, so I'm assuming things are correct. But yeah, I think not having a box thing also makes making content easier, because I'm not like, I have to stay in this one topic. What else could I say on this one topic? It's just ever expanding and just whatever I want it to be. So let's get into the statistics, hopefully, if I've got the correct app on my iPad, which I don't think I've got. Okay. Let us download the app, and then we will look into the statistics of my YouTube channel from a year. And one of the other things I've been doing, and I might put up a little post on the screen, is on my Notion, I have been documenting at the start of the month and at the end of the month where my followers are for each platform: YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, just so I can see through the month how things go. And obviously something like TikTok rounds it up, so if you're on 1683, it will say you're on 1.7. So I've made sure I've included both statistics so I can see what people see and what I actually see, so I can just track how things are going and see that it's going up rather than down, and it's just good to see. But YouTube, we are currently, as of looking at this, we are on 1661 subscribers, which is nearly 2,000, and I think that's pretty good for a year. I think that's pretty good. And then what other analytics do we want? We want an overview of the whole time. How do we, let me just put lifetime. Okay, so my view count, and this is over all videos, I think I've got something like 242 videos, and I think that includes both long form and short form. I have gained a total of 232,673,000 watch views in a year. I think that's pretty insane. And actually looking at this, the highest time was, bearing in mind I started the YouTube channel on the 27th of August. On the 2nd of September, I had 12,000 views in one day. I have no idea what I posted on the 2nd of September. I'm going to assume it was a short, but I don't know if it was, looking at the top performing videos. Maybe, I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at it, but that's quite insane. I don't know what I posted that day, but that day had the most views. That's just views, and then we've got watch time hours, which is obviously what I think the monetization looks at, and we're at 3,184.3 watch time hours, I think. My top video is my very first how to punch needle step-by-step tutorial, which isn't even, I think, a full tutorial. I then did back and a mug rub separately. That has its most views, which is actually absolutely understandable, but I have since made an updated version that I'm trying to build back up because I put everything in there, and obviously there's new information that I've learned and all stuff like that. So that's my top 3 watched videos are actually all long form. We've got how to punch needle for beginners, 10 essential punch needle secrets every beginner should know, and how to back a punch needle mug rug. So that's pretty good that shorts aren't at the top. There's then 2 shorts and then there's a long form again. But that's good. Obviously we want the long form to be king, and that's doing great. So that's the watch time hours. Subscribers, I've obviously already said how many we've got now currently. It looks like on the 23rd of January this year, I gained 104 in one day. Don't know what I posted that day. Don't know what happened that day. But I gained 104 subscribers in one day, which is pretty cool. And then as for the monetization side of things, I've uploaded 3 videos in the last 90 days. I've got obviously 1,000 subscribers, and the next step is to get 3,000 public watch hours, and I'm on 2,178 valid public watch hours, so I'm really not far off of that first monetization YouTube partner thing. And then the next one is to get 4,000 public watch hours, and then I don't know if it's or 10 million short views. I'm only on 32,000 valid public short views. Don't know about that one, but we're very close to the first one, so that's really exciting. And considering I've been on for a year, I think that's pretty good, I'd say. I think it took me a little while on TikTok to get to the 10,000 follower mark, but that's also because I wasn't really sure about how I was using it at first, and I was sort of... Actually, I don't even know when I started the YouTube, the TikTok account, so I couldn't really say, to be honest, but we're not here for TikTok, we're here for YouTube. What else could I share with you? I think that's pretty much everything I can share. Is of any interest, is what I mean. Total likes, in case anyone's interested, lifetime is 5,531 likes. I always forget to like videos on YouTube because I think what it is I'm watching in full screen. So, and I've learned on TikTok you shouldn't like a video straight away, so I feel like it's the same for YouTube. And then by the time the middle of the video is, I've forgotten, and then by the time it's the end of the video, if I don't X out of the full screen, it'll just play another video, and I forget sometimes to like a video. But if I try and remember, I will X out and like the video, because obviously likes help. I think that was shorts actually. That was and short likes, sorry, are 282. I don't know if I've been given the stats for all. Okay, that was overview, that's fine. Viewers across formats. My shorts only is obviously higher, but that makes sense for shorts. How viewers find you. Most people found me in the short feed, which means I need to keep making short videos. And then it's YouTube search, which is really good. That means people are actually searching for me. Then it's suggested videos, and then it's browse features, and then it's other, whatever other is. But yeah, considering YouTube search is pretty high, that means people are actually searching for me, which is good. I see you looking for me. Anything in the audience that I think I've already gone through that. Audience by watch behaviour. So my monthly audience as of the 26th of August is 92.4% new viewers, which is insane. Again, I'm assuming it's short videos, and it's 6.8% casual viewers and only 0.8 regular viewers, which is interesting, which I'm assuming means people that are subscribed don't watch as much as new people. But new people can always become those returning people, regular people. And then casual... in the back end of YouTube, there is a lot of statistics here. The age range is good. The highest is 25 to 34, which is perfect because that's the age range I fit into. So that's good. I'm hitting the people that are of my age range. Most people watch on mobile, which is interesting. But again, that makes sense if it's shorts. Shorts are on mobile, everything makes sense. Then, this is interesting. My viewing from the United States has taken over slightly from the United Kingdom. So the United States is 17.4% and United Kingdom 16.0%, which doesn't matter so much with videos. Obviously, with the tariff situation, it's not great for the actual physical handmade stuff, but for the viewer stuff, it's not too bad for the watching of the views and all that stuff. And, okay, 86% of people that watch my videos in the last 28 days are not subscribed. Only 13.9% are. So if you are in that 86% of people and you're watching this video, please subscribe, because you're clearly watching this video for a reason and you've clearly been here this long for a reason. You might as well just hit subscribe and see what else I've got, because, you know, I'm trying my best here. So that's interesting. I can keep saying that now. 86% of you are not subscribed. That's a very high percentage of people in the last 28 days as well. Again, it's probably short people that they're not even going to see this anyway, but hey ho. We keep going. And then, yeah, I think, okay, formats that your viewers watch on YouTube. Videos, everybody watches. Shorts, everybody watches. That's pretty good. Live is in the middle, but that's because I've been trying to dabble with live and I've not really been getting anywhere with it. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up my year on YouTube and everything, all my thoughts, feelings, lessons, and all that jazz, basically. So I really want to say thank you again if you've been here from whatever point you've joined me at. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone that likes and comments. I see the people, obviously, that are regular commenters, and it's always great just having a little bit of a chat and getting to know other people as well a bit better. And yeah, there's always room for more creatives on YouTube and more creatives in the world, as I'm always saying. So if you are a creative, see this as a sign to start putting your art out there. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. You don't have to show your face. Just put it out there. My message I've been saying about for ages now is just put your art into the world for others to enjoy. Not everyone's going to enjoy it, but that doesn't matter. So I guess here's to many more years of Kats Korner on YouTube, seeing where it's going, seeing what life has in store and what YouTube has in store for me. And yeah, please do like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you again next week. I'm probably going to film next week's video today. So yeah, I will see you all again then very soon. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.